So currently, where we are on the budget is we have collected about $100,000 less than what we had anticipated. And that's not surprising. There's been a lot of changes in the church, and we've clearly gone through some pretty traumatic situations. The staff has done a really good job, I think, in making sure that the expenses are as low as possible. And unfortunately, we've lost some employees. And I've had a lot of people ask me, when is this position going to be rehired, and when is this position going to be rehired? And the fact of the matter is, when you don't have the finances, when the money isn't there, you can't rehire the positions. But again, you can see it everywhere. The church is still doing what it's supposed to do. You see the Bread of Life, you see His Helping Hands, you see all the ministries I keep harping on Thursdays, because it is fantastic. I mean, we've even grown our child care ministries. But ultimately, I hope to see that the giving starts to increase to get us where we need to be. What do you see?
I see a lot of really nice activity, a lot of energy in the campus, and a lot of things going right. As you said, we have gone through some pretty difficult times, and giving's down a little bit, membership's down a little bit, but it's nice to have Daniel coming into his new spot.
That's very exciting.
Yeah, and it's just fantastic to see all the good things going on. I've been a member here for decades and decades. I've been faithful with our giving, intend on keeping that up. But I'm proud to be here in downtown Springdale. I think we've got a real nice opportunity to attract some younger folks with kids and families. And to me, it's just a great place to be. I'm excited. We've got some near-term challenges, but a lot of fantastic things going on longer term. So I think our faithfulness and our giving is more important than ever right now as we work through some current challenges.
I agree. I too have been a member for decades and decades. I was a member long before I was ever on staff. And what I see is changes that make me sad, but also some changes that I'm super excited about. When I walk through the church right now, I see a lot more little tiny kids, right? And how can you not be excited about seeing these tiny children grow in faith?
I think we can hear some of these kids right now, just outside the door, so that is exciting. I was looking at some of these pictures on the wall of our church's history. The first picture is from 1872. So there's just such a long history, and it's just really impressive for a church to be here this long and to have so much life in it. Such an opportunity going forward. So I'm excited. I know you're excited. We have some challenges right now, but we know that folks are going to step up and support the church, and we'll work through these current challenges. We'll be in a great spot again, just around the corner, in my opinion.
I agree. I mean, God has us in His hands, doesn't He?
Yeah.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Summer and Jeff, for those kind and encouraging words, reminding us of our tradition, our history as a church, reminding us of the things that we are doing, reminding us of our opportunities for the future, but also letting us know, being transparent, that we are having a budget shortfall this year. We've been through a lot. There's been a lot of change, a lot of things are happening, and unfortunately, we have had some people leave the church. Yet, there is so much opportunity for us ahead. There are so many good things for us to continue to do, to continue to be in ministry, and to continue to serve God and serve this community and make a real difference in people's lives. So we've made some changes. Finance Committee submitted a budget to Ad Council. Ad Council passed that budget this week, and we have trimmed a couple $100,000 off of our budget for next year. That's huge. One of the ways we're doing that is we've trimmed a few ministry areas where we think we could without hampering the work that we're doing, but also we are not filling the open associate pastor position. That's a huge thing. That's something that I and the staff that we believe that we can cover in the meantime until we get to a more financial stable place. Yet we also need your help as the congregation. Many of you have continued to faithfully give and faithfully serve to make sure we continue to do the work we're doing. If you are able, and you're able to give a little more for this year or into next year and to help us make up the difference. If you're not a normal giver, or you've been giving the minimum and you want to step out in faith and give a little, or you want to start giving, that would make a huge difference. But this is something that you can do to help make a difference in the lives of the people that we are serving. This is something that you can do to help fund the ministries that shares the gospel, the good news of great joy for all people. This is something that you can participate in, that you can be a part of in sharing the kingdom of God with our community right here in the church, our children, our youth, our young adults, our senior adults, and everybody in between, with the people that come to us seeking help. But ultimately, it comes down to us changing hearts and lives and communities and even the whole world as we make disciples of Jesus Christ. Thank you for what you are doing and for the extra giving that you will give.